Okay, cool guys. How's it going? It's Pseudo Pluto, and we are doing a computer build. So I guess the first thing is you're wondering is why am I building a computer when I had my mini computer before? Basically, the story goes is that I was having power issues with it, and while debugging it, I got very frustrated because I wanted to make YouTube videos, and so I ended up fixing it quote unquote because can you see my quotes quote unquote because what ended up happening is that I reset did a hard BIOS reset of the computer and it started working. But when I was troubleshooting before, like doing a soft reset and all these other BIOS fixes, that didn't work at all. So that's what I did quote unquote fix. So I'll be giving that computer to one of my friends who's also doing YouTube, fully like kitted out basically. They're ready to start editing videos better. His name is Operon, the channel. And so yeah, when I visit back home to Boston, I'll give him that computer and hopefully can do more dope editing. But in the meantime, let me build my own computer now that I'm giving that old one away. So what did I choose? I ended up going for this as the brains. Let me actually get the music in my ear just so I can understand the volume. Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah, so I went for the Ryzen 7 5800X. I don't know if you can see that well. Might be upside down for you guys. There we go, 8 core, 16 threads, and the most important part is that it has full PCIe 4.0 support. So I'm kind of future-proofing because my current GPU is the good old AliExpress 1050 Ti, but I will be upgrading, it's in the middle of shipping, to an AliExpress 2060 Super. And so for that, and for future GPU upgrades, I wanted to have PCIe 4.0 support because new GPUs, instead of using the full 16 lanes of like PCI like 3.0, they're using like 8 lanes of PCI like 4.0, for example. And so this is kind of future-proofing since the AM4 platform, this one, is out of service basically, and so things are very cheap, but I wanted to make sure that I can get like the full usage out of sort of this because I can't upgrade in the future basically. Okay, cool. So the first thing I want to do is flash the BIOS because this is a new CPU and an old motherboard, so there's a chance that that we cannot like work with the CPU right out of the box. So let me grab the manual, the motherboard manual, or let me pull it up on my PC. Quickly looking through this thing. This doesn't look like a full manual. I don't know where the full manual is though. Did they not include it? That is so weird. Let me take a check. Yeah, I'm not seeing a full manual, so let me pull it up. MSI. So this is the motherboard that I went with. We can do support and accept. So I went ahead and downloaded the BIOS and renamed it to msi.rom. And all we need to do is double check how to flash it. So quick start, we don't care about the quick start. We don't care about those. We got the power connected. Peripheral devices. So it's saying use the PS2 slots. Sorry, the slots. I'll just use these guys. It's fine. So plug the power in, turn it on. Turn the PC, but we want to do flashing. Updating BIOS. We can't use mFlash. Flash BIOS button. So MSI ROM into flash BIOS port on the rear I/O panel. So and I'm getting angry text, so let's see what's going on. Yeah, I went running off for no reason because it's right here. That just shows how disorganized I am. Cool. So this is the rear I/O panel. Bro, it doesn't. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. Just making sure I'm not crazy. Yeah, I don't see like a dedicated that doesn't show up well because it's all metal, but a dedicated like BIOS flashback button. I think any will do. Double check the manual. Flash button to flash the BIOS. Where is the flash button? LED switch, flash button. Let me double check the diagram. Sorry, let me switch back from the this view. Cool. Peripheral devices. Installing processor, front port header. That is fine. Block diagram. Okay, that's good. Where's BIOS flashback? Oh, BIOS flash port. Okay, so it's right here under the PS2. So there. Okay, BIOS flash button is right there as well. So let's go ahead and get this started. So here's the BIOS flash button. You can't really see it that well, and then the bottom of the PS2 mouse port, like stack, is the BIOS flash USB. So let us turn on. We have turned it on, and now we do something. New TPM module connector. Wait, does this guy not? Oh, so there's a TPI header. That's pretty cool. Yeah, jumper TPM1. Cool. Um, cool. LED on, default, LED off. So I'm turning LEDs off. I don't see any more input on the board. Updating, so press it and then the LED starts flashing. So we have the power on, let's press the button. Don't know where the LED is. But that is good enough. That is flashing. So reading from the thing. That's pretty cool. I don't know if you guys can see it that well. Yeah, that's done. Oh no, it's not done. It's still doing stuff. I mean, I guess now would be as good a time as any to do the pin out of my power supply. Keep this coffee block. Yeah, so basically the problem is that I have a modular power supply, but I left the cable for the GPU back in Boston. So I got a replacement cable for Corsair power supplies, but I have a rosewill power supply. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a pinout and make sure that this won't fry my GPU. So these look like to be like EPS 12 volts on my power supply. So what I'm going to do is round by placing the negative thing in like a screw hole of the chassis. Ooh, there's a LED turning on in there. It's really doing something cool. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to touch the pins. So that one's 5 volts, 3 volts, ground, 12 volts, 12 volts, ground, 12 volts. So this is not the one. 5, 3, 12, 12, 12, ground, ground, ground. Okay, we might be in a pickle. Yeah, these are all very interesting. 12, 12, 12, 3, 5. Okay, so it looks like I have to return this power supply connector, basically, because I'll show you guys the pinout. Looking at. Whoa. So let me show you guys. Okay. So this is the cable that I'm looking at, and yeah, you don't know what the actual like voltages are across all of these like connectors basically. So I looked at this. This seemed very promising for lining up, and the idea was like, okay, this is EPS 12 volt, right? Yeah, not the case. It uses like the EPS 12 volts like headers basically, but the voltages are different. This one goes, I'll draw it right now. It goes, just real quick. How long is this going to go for? It's been doing this thing for a while now. We'll see. So top is ground, 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 5 volts, ground, 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 5 volts, ground, ground, 5 volts, ground, 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 5 volts, 12, 12, 12, and then 3 volts, I'm guessing. 12, 12, 12, 3 volts. I think it's still doing something. 12, 12, 12, 3 volts, 12, 12, 12, 3 volts. Yeah, so makes life easier, makes life harder. I have to make a return to Amazon because, but it's good that I just didn't like go ahead and try it willy-nilly. So I'll show you the pinout for the PSU, at least for these connectors. So it was ground, ground, 3 volts. And I forget if it started up top here, so that's top right. So 5 volts, 12 volts, 12 volts, 12 volts. Okay, so if you're ever curious, this is the pinout for a first generation Rosewill capstone 550 watt modular power supply. Yeah, I'm going to be on Amazon for a while looking for a cable like this. But hopefully exists. Otherwise, I just go back to Boston and grab the cable that I have. The main thing is that I don't know if it has... Oh, it's done flashing. But I don't know if this would be like new enough to support 8-pin PCIe power, basically. But I think we'll be fine. Okay, cool. So we flashed the BIOS. We can take this out now. I believe. Check the manual. Yeah, it's complete. So what we can do is we can turn off the power supply. That turns off the LED. I don't know if you guys can see what's going on. Cool. Take out our USB, which had the BIOS image. We have flashed it. We can leave all this stuff in for now because we want to test the posting of the computer. But right now we want to do let's do the M.2 next, the M.2 and the RAM, and then we can do our heatsink and CPU next. So let's get our M.2 and our RAM. Okay, cool. So for the RAM, I should probably have the music that I'm playing right now since it is copyrighted, or sorry, copyright free. If you give the link, copy link. and work tab, YouTube. The music used is this. Cool. I've updated the music. Should be available. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, maybe I can do after we finish the build, searching for the power supply. But yeah, here's the RAM kit that I chose. It is a 32 gigabyte, what's it called? Teamgroup T-Create 32 DDR4 3200 mega transfers with pretty tight cast timings, CL16, 16, 20, 20, 40. So pretty good RAM kit, pretty good bang for the buck. And then storage. I also went with Teamgroup T-Create because matching like logos and stuff, obviously. And then yeah, it was just like good bang for the buck. So I went for a 1 terabyte DDR4, not DDR4, sorry, PCIe 4 M.2 SSD, and it's NVMe. So cool kit. Let's get these installed. Let me double check how I want to do this. So and we want to do from the far headers. So 2.2 first. Oh, it's silk screened right on there. So RAM. I decided for all my case badges and stuff, I'll put it on the inside panel. I'm going for like more of a chill, mature build. Same thing that I'm doing with my car, basically. Just hate how tight these are. Come on, pop out, buddy. Okay. So this is DIMM 1. Well, it's kind of unfortunate that it like faces the wrong way. That's fine. Okay, DIMM put in. Nice crunches. And the second DIMM. Let's go. Okay, that's our RAM installed. Easy as pie. Now for the SSD. I should really have kept a knife. Awkwardly placed, but it's there. Okay. So what I'm doing is basically I'm building this on the bench. Then we will like remove all of the stuff. I mean power cables and the GPU. Another sticker. Yeah, I got another sticker. I got 2 TC crates. It's kind of ugly. Kind of just flopped it around. Just put here for now. Double check how my stream's looking. I did a flip. Sorry, I'll flip it back so you can kind of like see from my perspective. What was I saying? Yeah, it's not too ugly. I kind of like the look of this. It's like very understated and matches the rest of the motherboard. So even if like the heatsink here doesn't fit with this heat spreader on top, it's totally fine. Screwdriver. Where did I put my screwdriver? Get it. I'll be back real quick. Okay, I have got my screwdriver set. PSU. And what size seems good? Go for a big one. It's really big. Okay, thank you for being magnetic. I think it's funny that they put thread lock on these guys, but who am I to judge, basically? So this guy stays in. That'll cinch down. We got some nice thermal pad. Yeah, I don't know yet if I want to put this on. We will put it on. Get my hand unscrew this. Oh. Yeah, that's fine. Cool. Yeah, let's just install it. It's fine because let's see how it looks with the heat spreader and without it. Honestly, let's put on the heat spreader. It's fine. It's going to be inside the case anyways. So I want to take this thing off. I'm trying to think of the order operations here. Maybe I should have read the instructions, but what I'm thinking is we stick this on first, and then we just install the thing as a unit. So the easy way to do this is to put it down like this. Please make sure it's the right. Oh, but let me double check. Maybe they have some like really cool way of doing it. I don't know. Storage. Where's storage? Do they not tell you how to install the storage? That's whack. Maybe the quick start guide. No. Where's my nvme? I guess we just do it. We just go for it. Yeah, the only thing is like I don't want it to be unaligned, but I think there's enough tolerances where it doesn't really matter that much if we get it unaligned. But what I want to do is make sure is that I remove this here, this like little standoff thing. Because we do not need that here. And we don't want that poking in the bottom of our M.2. So, what I'm just going to do is I'm going to YOLO, Leroy Jenkins. Yeah, as I was saying, the easy way is put this down here. It really only goes one way. So what you want to do is line up the screw hole. I'm really bad about this stuff. Like even when I was working on my car, like just the whole like OCD of like lining everything up correctly. Ah, okay, let's just do it. Just go for it. Okay, so yeah, what we want to do is place this down here, get low. Sure it's the right way. Okay, you know what, fuck it. What I'm going to do is the lame way of doing it. You put this down, you screw it in. You hook it on. Let's see. See, that's like so sus. Okay. Okay, what we're gonna do is just hold it down. We need like 3 arms for this operation, but that's fine. God, I hate this. I absolutely hate this. What am I doing? Okay, so with this screw in, we can do our upside down trick. Basically, what we want to do is to make sure. I hate this. I hate this. I hate this. I'm really overthinking it. Can you tell I haven't done like eat spitters on n.2? Yeah. So here. Put this in. Put this here. Put this here. And what we'll just do is start lightly screwing stuff in. And I just hope that the tightening of everything together will provide the sort of fastening of the pad to the 2. And if it doesn't, I'm fine with that because it doesn't matter too much anyways. Let's just see if that's like a good contact. If that looks perfectly fine, I'm not going to think it. Cool, CPU now. So this is always the one that I hate because on AMD CPUs, instead of like tension screws and stuff, you just got 2 little latch things. I love how the box is just plastic. Okay. Installation instructions, warranty, please read. Let's see if there is a wow. Okay, install the brackets. Okay, they don't really tell you how to do the thermal paste, but I will just do the pentadot method. Okay, so let's open this puppy up. I won't be prepping the surfaces with rubbing alcohol because everything is new and fresh, hopefully. Okay, so this is easy as can be. Open up the latch, let it slide, triangle, triangle, and little cutout, little cutout. Make sure it sits in place. Then latch down. Okay, that's CPU installed. Now next, I already feel Ryzen sticker. I want you. Next is our Chinese CPU cooler. Now this is the sus part. So these guys are always tight as fits, and they really annoy the heck out of me. Now this motherboard already came with a backplate, so I'm not going to install the backplate that they gave. Everything just seems good to go for us to install. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this cable out of the way. And yeah, this is the Snowman MT6, I believe. Okay, cool. And no, that's the thermal paste name, right? MTG5 with the MT6 CPU cooler. Cool. So basically we want to, this is an intake, I believe. We want to blow the air out. Okay. So we'll take this off. So pentadot pattern. P size right under the Z. That is a decent fit. And then a little dot here. Little dot here. QR code. Little dot here. And little dot here. Now thermal paste doesn't really matter how you apply it, it's just more that it exists at all. There's many YouTube videos showing this. But the main thing is, yeah, you apply it and you remove any plastic that is in between the metal surfaces. Okay. Now this is where I get angry because this is unnecessarily hard. Okay. So this is my intake blowing out. To get this latch on. That is hooked. To get this latch over. I made contact with the thermal paste. I'm putting a hand on top of the fins for pressure. Basically what I want to do is push, push, push. Probably can't see. Okay. And then give it a good wiggle after that. Okay, so in case you couldn't see because I'm a big head, right? What you want to do for these guys is first you want to latch the far side, right? Once you do that, you take this guy and you kind of push down on it, like give it some good amount of force. Like it'll actually bend the arms, right? And in doing that, you're also like spreading out the CPU paste. I do not have any overspill. It's good. At least I don't think. Let me double check with my phone. Okay, it looks like we're good. Yeah, so you do that, they'll like spread it across, right? And these will start to bend down and resupply tension. And basically, you just want to push down on this thing, and just it'll click into place once you get it down far enough. And then once you do that, just to kind of set it, you give it a little wiggle, just in case you got it kind of crooked when you're installing it. Okay, cool. We're almost done with the box stuff. So, take your CPU fan and cable manage it as best as you can. Let's see what strat works for me. Let's thread it through here. Yeah, so let's do up, down, up. Up. Up, down. Where is the header? The header is right here, so pretty convenient, pretty easy. I don't know if I can flip it. Not as neat as I would like it. Let's do a couple things. So one, really taut. Just kind of stuff the cables in these retaining clips, just put it down, and I consider that cable managed. Cool, so we are ready to turn the power on. Oh no, we need the GPU, then we can connect our HDMI. I will probably lose something while I switch the monitor. The input should still be there, it's just the video. But hold on. Okay, where's the power jumpers? Power, power, power. Where are you? That's rainbow. That's USB. Audio, JT1. Hold on, JFP1, front panel, power, power switch. Okay, so it should be these guys. There we go. Let's see if we posted. Come on. Something's happening. What is that saying? VGA boot DRAM CPU. What does that even mean? Boot? Ah, we posted. I don't know if you guys can see that, but we posted. Awesome. So now what we can do is we can shut off our computer, put it in a case, and we're good to go. But let me just double check. Memory size 32 gigs. BIOS version looks good. BIOS build date looks good. Where's my storage though? I'm sure that's in there. That's fine. Cool. There we go. We switched it off. Okay. Okay, we can turn off the main power. I don't know if I guys lost you in that, but now we can disconnect our HDMI. We can disconnect our mains power. Yeah, I'm probably gonna end the live stream here since the computer is pretty much built. All I have to do is install the case, which is kind of boring and no good camera angles, and then install the operating system, which again, not really easy to record that. And plus I'm going to make a follow-up video on that, which is kind of interesting, which is cool. Let me just actually make sure I didn't bend any of my heatsink fins, and we look to be good. Come on. I still have some things. But yeah, if you showed up, thank you for showing up. If you didn't show up, well, I hope you enjoyed the VOD. I'll try to trim it. And yeah, I'll add all the parts in the description. So yeah, I'm probably gonna end it here, guys. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the stream if you turned in or if you ended up joining through the replay. And yeah, I'll put in the description how the rest of the build went, but it should be smooth sailing from here. But anyways, this would be Super Plato out. Hope you have a good day, guys. See you guys.